Yay! It fired! Hey gang. Ryan from Mana Bluff here. Just jumped into Theros block draft. This is the first time I've drafted since the new client went wide, and it took forever to fire. I don't know if people are just kind of avoiding Moto or not. What does Daring Thief do again? I don't think I like it, right? Because untapped, you make exchange of target non-permanent control turn. Yeah, I don't think it's that powerful. I'd rather do the Sigil Starfish if I'm going blue, which I think is what we're gonna do. Really all just good blue cards, the Cloaked Siren, Sigil Starfish being the primaries here. Kind of weak pack. Grim Guardian's nice as well. Daring Thief, I mean, I would totally take, but not over Sigil Starfish. I think I might take it over the Siren for fun. Because once you get Daring Thief going, it's kind of cool. You just kind of like start trading off dudes, but it's not like that insane. I don't know. I haven't really played a lot against it to see how it actually plays out. And I haven't watched anyone do it. But yeah, Sigil Starfish. Here we go. Hope everyone enjoyed a super awesome pre-release. I did not, as I tend not to. But I'm really excited for next week when we get to have the online pre-release. That'll be cool. So you see I have Feast of Dreams highlighted here. Is that what it is right now? So if I have it reserved, doesn't that mean that after my time runs out, I get picked for Feast of Dreams? I thought that's what it meant, but I guess I'll find out right now. Kyros's Dismissal is kind of boring. I guess Dryads is the only other card here. I think we all know the format by now. I'm not really explaining too well what's happening. I'm just going to take Feast as a good removal spell. But I'm kind of doing a test right now with the beta. I've reserved Feast of Dreams. I believe that means that that's what I should get once my time runs out. If I don't, I'll be bummed I passed it, but it won't be the end of the world. Actually, let's just do that in a later pick. That seems like a lot smarter. You know, like the end of a pack? Yeah, that's a smart idea. Oh, hey, Sigil Starfish. Ooh, lots of black. Okay, Sigil Starfish is my favorite card, but in black and blue, do I like it better? Definitely better than Spiteful Blow, since I already picked up Feast of Dreams. I already passed one Cloak Siren. Those do get better in multiples. Same with Grim Guardian, but I'm much more of a fan of the Sigil Starfish deck versus the Grim Guardian deck. Yeah, I'm just going to take the second Sigil Starfish. It's going to be pretty sweet that we get to have two of them in the deck, and we'll get to move forward with that. And then, just want to pay attention that still black is looking good, but having passed the first Grim Guardian, now passing the second and Spiteful Blow, it may not be super strong in the next pack. Don't really care. Happy to have these guys. How do we sort by converted mana cost? That's how. Ooh, Coinsmith. Hello. I think we'll just take Nyx Infusion now that there's no black card. Is that correct? Real Lightning, I'm not a fan of. Underworld Coinsmith's great, but I don't want to jump into white for it because we have our two Sigil Starfish, which are too awesome. Lampads are perfectly fine, but not something that I want to do over Nyx Infusion, which is just a better type of card. And the rest are just kind of utility cards. Flurry and Pensive Minotaur, first kind of red cards we're seeing that are worth caring about. Ooh. Hubris is nice. Pinned to the Earth is also fine. Rotted Hulk, boring. Everything else, boring. I like both of these cards. Yeah, I think blue is definitely the place where I want to be right now. Let's see, do I want a Rise of Eagles? A little bit better in the green build because you can ramp into it. But also pretty nice on the enchantment build. No one cares about the agent. Cruel Feedings, also don't really care much. Interpret the Signs if we go super control-y, which we kind of have to start for. I saw that first Rise of Eagles. Will it table? I wonder. I don't know. So I'm just going to take the Rise here. It's also less of a... I think Interpret is less of a sign than Rise of the Eagles. I mean, I'm taking a 6-drop here no matter what. I'll take Rise of the Eagles. Ooh, Pinned to Earth. Yay. Alright. Some Dork Red. I definitely think we're in the right colors here. This is the first, like, kind of green card we saw. Blue is definitely where I want to be, black being a possible second. Might take this font here in case we sort of hedge into green because of this Rise, and just because I love green-blue. As everyone's known, the last two posts I think I was green-blue. Chariot Victory is not what we're doing. Tormented Thoughts is just a waste of time because of the sacrifice. Countermand I don't care about over other like kind of playable cards because I will almost never play a counterspell. It could be okay for signaling, but I think we kind of got that covered fairly easily. This is fine. If we end up black, blue, like I'll be happy to have this as a 2-drop, the Disciple of Deceit. And then, yeah, Pull from the Deep I pretty much never play. Octopus or Rotted Hulk? Rotted Hulk, actually a very good filler card. I would take God and Octopus because blue's the only card that I know I'm in. But I think another one's just about to come around in a second, if I recall correctly, in this pack or the next pack. Could be wrong. Probably going to see another Rotted Hulk as well. Those always come around late. We'll take the Agent over a Desecration Plague. I mean, I'm hedging against green with that font for time. I'm not really looking to do it. And Agent, at least he gets rid of some of the black that's circling around at the end of the draft of this pack. Again, I feel pretty solid in blue, of course, even though we only picked up 4 blue cards. In what was seen in past, we passed some of those Cloak Sirens, meh, but still feel good that I'm like the main person here. Oh, I want to reserve a card. Remind me. I want to reserve a card and see how that works in these last few picks. Assuming we actually get to those picks. Who's where? Who's this? Colcanator's a little behind, it would seem. Hey, that's me. So I was passing to Omniscrum. I like that we have all of different avatars, so I can try to actually kind of use the visuals, like who is sitting near me and who's not. That's cool. Alright, they're coming around. Yep, there's that Hunter Octopus. I'm reserving it. See if I get it in the new client. Can't call it beta anymore. This is our client. This is how we play Magic now online. I'm not so down on it as a lot of people are. I'm still definitely on the learning curve. I'm still stoked that I get to play Magic whenever I want, which in my life is a big deal. Hey, look, I got what I wanted. Let's see if that works again. And, yeah, so that's just a nice thing. I do agree with some people feeling that, like, with all the work and everything that's gone into a new client, it should kind of be an upgrade from the old one, but that hasn't really happened. I don't feel. It's not better, it's not worse. It's just, it is what it is. I will definitely continue to play Magic with it. Alright, so we opened like average cards in our colors. Asphyxiate. Corsetize is definitely playable, but not that exciting for blue. Four-Stroker Dragon, though, I mean, is it worth jumping into? It's definitely a bomb. We can easily abandon black and go into like blue-red and then just get there. This is actually better in that type of build, just because if we're looking to kind of like draw the game out a little bit and just win with flyers in the air, that's a good strategy. The thing is, those colors just suck together. But it's fun. I'm going to do it, mainly because at this point in a format, I kind of am over-winning. I kind of just want to be playing with things like rares or like wonky builds. And I'm just building a very averagey blue-black deck right now, so I'm going to play with this rare, which is fun to play with. The right pick would be Asphyxiate, in my opinion. I kind of wanted to move into black and get some nice black removal spells. Course might even table, or I'll get one when I want it. But instead, we'll just slam a nice rare, and then screw up the draft. Is Champion of Stray Souls worth anything? I don't know. I'm taking the Fall of the Hammer now, since we're trying to force black a little bit. This might be worth money, I have no idea. It's a mythic. It's not one of the big mythics, but in the new client, I don't have another window open for like an online source to check prices, so if I don't know, then I'm just passing. Interesting to note that this is the second pack with very weak blue. A common or foiled, I assume some other common was taken, don't know exactly what it was. Hypnotist is not what I'm looking to do in second pick. Way more excited for Fall of the Hammer. Do have to be careful though, since I was so light blue, it's like kind of hard for me to jump into another color. One of the dangers of drafting a solid split 2 colors in one pack. But again, I'm okay with it. Hey, here's some good blue. Alright, in this kind of deck, would I rather have a Nyxborn Triton or a Kragma Butcher? Kragma Butcher, oh, by the way, Siren of the Silent Song, oh, such a good card. But I'm forcing it. I'm admitting it. I'm forcing it. We're going Four-Stroker Dragon here, people. As long as I can. But because of that, I think I will just stick to a safer pick. Again, I think if I'm like really base red, I tend to prefer the Butcher. But in this kind of deck, Triton's gonna be better. We're not building a normal red deck. We're building kind of like a later game win with Flyer Bombs deck. Should take the Siren of the Silent Song, but that ship sailed. Right? Correct. Hey, that's a good card for us. There's a lot of great cards here for us. So the Stormcaller might table. We could take another Triton. Retraction Helix is grand. No, not insane in our deck, but definitely grand. I think for the same reason of just trying to like get a solid blue base going, I want to pick up the Triton. It's also more versatile in terms of late game potential as well. Sure, the Scry's nice, but for what my deck's trying to do, like I don't think I care that much about the Stormcaller, and I might even get it later. Divination would be good in this deck too. I mean, Attraction Helix is also just like really great in any blue deck, and is actually a better card than yeah. I don't know why. I think I would take Retraction Helix. It's just a removal spell. We want to go late. We want to get to our big dudes. Retraction Helix it is. Could easily have taken that other Triton though. Ooh, bummer. I don't think our mana base is gonna support Fated Conflagration. It could though, so I'll take it, especially because the only thing I'm passing up here instead is a Stratuswap, which is perfectly fine, but we're not going back to black for Titan, or the only good cards here are green. I'll take Fated Conflagration. It also kind of seals us in red and maybe, you know, makes us start kind of moving that way. I'm happy to not play the Rise in order to play Fated Conflagration. My main worry is like I don't think I'm gonna have enough red to really warrant the 3 mana cast, the 3 red casting cost. Deepwater Hypnotist will pick up here. Start moving guys over. The cards we have are actually pretty powerful. We just need way more dudes to start, you know, having a board presence. And then ideally like another actual finisher besides just a Forge Stoker Dragon. But, I mean, whatever. Yep. Kraken. Divination. I did want a finisher, didn't I? I don't know if I want a 7-drop finish that's a 6/6. I think this deck might want a Divination. I don't know if it'll actually be run. I definitely want to over Nyxborn Rollicker. This is not a Rollicker deck. It'll do nothing. Don't need to cut anything. Vanguard of Brimwell still in the pack is kind of insane, but we need playables. Divination helps us get there. Sunchaser is a waste of time in this deck. Stratuswalk actually could be played. Still, it's not super energistic, but it's a card. Reveler will be played. Noble Quarry is best card here. So we have our 2-drops. Now I'll take my Mythic for money, even though there's actually some decent cards here, like Aspect of Hydra and Eye Gouge are actually good. Well, Eye Gouge, good sideboard card. Karametra's Favor, okay card. Aspect, great in a green deck. And whoever's green to my right, this Majors, is going to be super stoked. Alright, do I want a Combat Trick, which is always welcome, or do I want Pinnacle of Rage, which does kill things? I just feel like I already have 2 6-drops, and I need creatures, though. I, like, never run Pinnacle. I might actually run Rise. Could be wrong. Oh, yeah! 5-drop, that's lame. I'm taking it, though. Do I have any enchant? I mean, I have Nyxborn Triton, Pinned to the Earth, and a Stratuswalk. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if Floodtide Serpent's actually doing anything right now in the deck. Definitely making the cut at this point. We need at least 6 more playables. Bow of Nylea, you're such a good card, but I can't run you. Looks like we're taking Ill-Tempered Cyclops. No good blue. Really nice green, which probably Majors or whoever's in green to my right, who's getting hooked up with green in the Born of the Gods pack, will probably get one of those good ones, since it seems like green was pretty wide open at the table in general. Yeah, I don't want the Rage. Ill-Tempered, I actually need a 4-drop. Would like some better 3-drops, and I do want creatures, so this works fine. Wouldn't take the Deathbellow Raider, since I'm not in black, and I do actually have plenty of 2s, with our 2 Sigiled Starfish and our 2 Dork 2-drops, the Reckless Reveler and the Deepwater Hypnotist. We're okay on 2s. We just need to get a more cohesive deck going. I take Coastline over Raider if I needed to, but Cyclops is actually perfectly fine. Ooh, okay, so nothing on the power level here of the uncommons. Nimbus Naiad's great. Wavecrash Triton would be welcome too. Hello, Nessinaps, you're golden. Minotaur Skullcleaver would be welcome as well. All great 3-drops. I'm actually hoping for the Skullcleaver Tail just to have a nice playable at 3. But for this deck, Naiad's the way to rock. We haven't really built around a heroic deck to make Wavecrash Triton insane. We only have one Bestow creature right now. I guess Retraction Helix is good. We have a Stratus Walk. You know, like, there's things to do, but nothing awesome. Naiad's way better. For shizzle. Whoa! Look at all this beauty here. Guess white was pretty up on the table too. Alright, what do I do? Can I save this draft? I mean, if I'm honest with myself, I could just go ahead and take the Keepsake Gorgon, move back into black. Keepsake Gorgon replaces Forge Stoker Dragon. Not as great, but still pretty close. And then I have a Feast to replace Fall the Hammer, and then everything else is kind of whatever. But I want to play my Forge Stoker Dragon, so screw it, I'm going to. If that's the case, what kind of playable card do I need? I mean, a Rage is definitely playable. It just isn't a great 5-drop removal spell. The Crusader, though I need creatures, really isn't doing anything in my deck. I already have this dorky Rollicker. Fate Foretold is a thing. Hopeful Eidolon and Flank Slayer. Wow, you guys are good. Yeah, I'm going to take the Rage here. I'm really not happy about it. But it's, I think, the only thing that is realistically making it in the deck. Ill-Tempered Cyclops is okay. Very okay. We definitely want to be filling out the 3 and 4 drop creature slot. Guess the Lightning Strikes aren't happening. I mean, red wasn't open in the first pack, so I assume someone is red also passing to me. I didn't expect it to be, like, insane. I did expect way more blue this pack. I mean, maybe I misread the signals. I didn't have any, like, strong blue, but I don't know. For the first pack, but the 2 Sigil Starfish, Hubris, you know, those were things. Those were happening, as it were. Yeah, just nothing here. Alright, I have to cut something. I'm not playing another Rage of Perforos. Or then maybe I have to take it. Yeah, I guess I have to take it, since I'm only at 21 playables. I'm not going to add in the God Hunter Octopi. Horizon Chimera is so beautiful. Sip of Hemlock and Freaka's Cure are so beautiful. So beautiful. Alright. Spark Jewel's pretty okay for the side. Oh wait, Prescient Chimera, that actually matters. Probably means Fated Confession isn't being played, or we're playing like 18 lands, which actually wouldn't be bad. It's not bad with 2 Sigil Starfish, never mind. We'll play 18 lands to kind of help us smooth our mana. Starfish will help with that as well. This just means it's going to be like another 6-drop. But Prescient Chimera is actually perfectly fine. There's that Death Bell Raider, not the same one, but there's a Death Bell Raider that we're just never playing. I'm never playing a 3rd Rage. I hate that I'm playing a 2nd one. Yeah, so what don't I want to play against? I guess all these cards. So instead, I guess the best sidebar card is the Death Bellow Raider, because it might actually do a thing. But I'm not main decking it. No way, Jose. Another Chimera gets pretty expensive. I think we just need to take the Charlatan here. I might get some value by copying something, which I still haven't successfully done with the whole hold control on Magic Online. But more importantly, I just need a 2/3/3 versus another Prescient Chimera. So we just grabbed... Oh my gosh, how are you still here? Yeah, there's like one green drafter at the table. I think I want the Unicorn, though. Do I want that? It just allows me to get to Fated Conflagration. It's like a mini way to ramp into my 5s and 6s, which is kind of where this deck's shaping up. Yeah, I mean, if someone didn't take the leap, I don't know, maybe the person in green is the other way, but no way. People to my left were not in green, they were passing green, so someone who wants this isn't going to get it. I'll take the Unicorn, because it might make the deck. Now I'll cut Nessie and Ass, holy hell, might even splash it based on my Unicorn here. Is that true? Am I really going to splash Nessie and Ass or Feast of Dreams just with one Unicorn? If I do, I'm happy to grab it. The thing is, I have a Crackling Triton, I need another creature. Taking Crackling Triton. Probably the bad pick. Now we're just going to start cutting really good. Man, green was the place to be. Guardians. Sideboard card. Not Boulder Fall. Don't want that one. Don't care. Demolish. Alright. So this is pretty much exactly how I would expect a draft to go when I prioritize this dragon over actual drafting. So I'm actually kind of happy. I think we have a fun deck. Don't know how it's going to work out. And with how long these like queues are firing, if this guy just like, if this deck just like dies in the first round, I don't even know if I have time to do another draft, but we'll see. All right, what do I want to adjust here? Well, you don't have to watch this. Hold on, people, hold on. How do I pause? All right, so here's the initial beat around down here. I forgot the Gluttonous Cyclops from earlier, which I just grabbed. So you'll notice here's our really actually okay creature curve. We have enough 2s and 3s to kind of stick around in the game. Some of them are versatile, are nice bestow dudes. Good 2/4 drops, the one good 5, and then we have these 6 drops. Obviously one's great. The other 2 are just kind of like whatever finishers, right? I'm not that stoked. In the sideboard, these are all the very sideboardable cards, like very much just on specific situations. Same with, I guess, Guardians, but in general, these are 4 cards I can consider moving in or out of the main deck, even though they're not awesome. Stratus Walk being the best card, but not really amazing in this deck, not something that this deck wants or needs. I'm actually still looking to play 18 lands because I did decide to keep Conflagration here. I think with a Unicorn and 2 Starfish, it should be fine. Plus, with how weak the deck is in general, needing a powerful card that has a little bit of variance in terms of variance of being able to actually cast it at 3 red is going to be kind of important. And then having the 18th land allows us just to be more likely to get it. And I'm not as worried about playing 18 lands because this deck has a lot of mana requirements. Some, monstrosities, things to do with our mana, and bestow. So we're never going to be bummed if we have too many lands. If we really do start feeding, I think the 2 Starfish we can pretty reliably have around. I'm more deciding, in my spells, what do I want to cut? Because right now we're at 14 creatures if you count Rise as a creature. And I do like all the creatures that I have right now, minus the Unicorn. But again, utility, kind of need it. So my removal spells actually kind of suck. Faded Conflagration because of the hard casting cost. Rage because it's just weak. Fall is good later, but you say I have it over in the 5-drop slot because a lot of my early stuff isn't going to do a whole lot. But, a couple of 2 power dudes might be able to get a really aggressive start, stymied a little bit. Stymied. Divination, I think this deck wants to draw more cards. Pin will be actually very good. Hubris and Retraction Helix aren't really the best in this kind of deck because we're looking to go late, but they're pretty useful in the format, of course, just to stay alive. And then Rise to the Challenge. Again, we're not looking to do a whole lot of combat, so this isn't entirely awesome. But that's what I'm trying to decide between Hubris, Retraction, and Rise. And I feel like there's going to be more opportunities to get tricky with Retraction Helix and Hubris than Rise, but I'm going to be very aware that this is in the sideboard, and one of the cards I might want to bring in if I feel like the bounce spells aren't really doing a whole lot against my opponent's deck. So this is what I like, definitely. So I don't know exactly how many I want of each. 10-8 does not seem accurate since the Faded Conflagration is there. How do I feel about 9 and 9? Would love to go down to 8-10 so that this is a little bit easier to cost. And yeah, I'm going to do that since I do have 2 double blues up here, but they're also up here. And all of my early blue drops, I just need 1 island. 8 is fine, so that's cool. Yeah. Sweet. This will be fun. I just hope I get to actually draw and play Forgestoker Dragon. That's the whole reason why I'm playing this deck, is to play with a dragon, which is cool. See you in round 1.